On January 5th, the board of the Corporation for Public Broadcasting voted to dissolve the organization following the elimination of its federal funding. While PBS stations are legally separate from CPB and will remain on the air, the move marks a major shift in how public media has historically been supported. For places like Hawkins County, this moment invites a closer look at why public broadcasting mattered in the first place. For much of the 20th century, access to educational and cultural television depended heavily on geography and income. In rural Appalachia, public television helped close that gap by delivering educational programming free over the air, long before cable and streaming became common. The importance of that access is especially clear in counties facing economic challenges. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, more than 17% of Hawkins County residents live below the poverty line. For many households, PBS served as a free educational resource. Kayla, a Hawkins County resident, said PBS was an intentional choice in her household during her early childhood. She recalls learning letters, manners, and environmental responsibility through PBS programs, even before starting school. Shows like Sesame Street, Mr. Rogers, and Reading Rainbow made a lasting impact, inspiring her love of reading and teaching empathy and inclusion. Growing up in a rural part of the county, Jessie said PBS and local news were often the only channels available. Without high-speed internet or cable, PBS became a window into the outside world, teaching culture, language, science, and history that might otherwise have been out of reach. While content is easier to access than ever, they both expressed concern about today's media environment and how meaningful educational content has become harder to find. Where PBS once filled that role, fast and distracting media often takes its place. The dissolution of the Corporation for Public Broadcasting does not mean PBS stations will disappear, but it does mark the end of a centralized federal funding structure that helped stabilize public broadcasting, particularly for smaller rural stations. As the system enters a new era, PBS may be forced to adapt through new funding models or platform consolidation. Even so, it is worth remembering what public broadcasting has already given communities like Hawkins County: access, education, and a shared cultural experience.